Namaste, Jai Bharat. When Bharat was a colony of primarily the British, there was a situation, social situation, there was a time when the students, primarily in schools, were feeling rather uneasy to say that they are Hindus because the kind of things were projected through even education, through academic, used to be that Hindu, to say that one is Hindu is something not very, something explicitly inferior. So right from childhood, this complex was getting precipitated in the atmosphere, and that it's only because of the strength of the Sanskriti of Bharat that one could survive that kind of injected and popularized concept, idea of inferiority complex with the young youths. The situation was unimaginable rather for someone of these days. So the thought of I am not in the mainstream and the thought that I am behind someone is actually very humiliating if you think about it. That was the time when few personalities came out in Bharat. Primarily, it was Maharshi Sri Aurobindo, but then his level was much more higher, much beyond the reach of common students. But then Swami Vivekananda reached the mind of youth. Now he asked people to be Swabhimanis. Now Swabhimana is a concept which can roughly be translated into English as self-respect. Rather, he was asking people to be self-respectful. One must have respect to oneself. Now, he doesn't stop there. Or, in Bharat, the epistemology of knowledge doesn't stop simply in saying things. It actually lies in proving things to oneself. When you say I have to be Swabhimani, and I have to respect myself, then you must also find out. So that's honesty, intellectual honesty to oneself. You must also find out that of what I should be proud of. There should be something of which you should be proud of, and that would make you respect yourselves. Primarily, it could be individual qualities. Basically, for students, it should be personality. Personality means qualities of a person. Right? Just see in small class. Suppose your son in maybe or son or daughter, maybe in a very very small class like nursery or so, happens to steal the pencil of the one who sits next to him and brings home. Then the mother should tell him, "This is the wrong thing that you have done." The mother gets an opportunity actually to correct her son or daughter through this kind of chances that she gets. See, you have taken something which doesn't rightly belongs to you. If it has to belong to you, fundamentally you should have the ability to earn it. And since you're a child, you can't earn it. So you depend on your parents. Your father buys it to you from a righteously earned amount, whatever. So you just take it as an opportunity to teach your children the kind of dharma. This is of course dharma. What European philosophy would call it as morals. And the morals are very dry, but dharma is life, dynamic and alive. So I wouldn't use that. But in the context of Bharatiya Sanskrit, I would use the concept of dharma. So it's your dharma. So the parents normally in our society doesn't miss an opportunity to teach dharma to their children. So they grew up like that. So naturally, such a child who grows up in that manner, if he has to respect himself, he has to find reasons to respect himself. Of what you can respect. If you have such qualities, you will have self-respect. You will have Swabhimana. Yes, I am not doing wrong things. I wouldn't do bad things. No, bad things that I consider as bad, at least. So it's not that spuriously would make say that I'm great, I'm great, I'm great, like what you see in the Pakistani society of late. The madrasa educated people would say, we are great, we can do anything. No, within 2 hours, we'll battle Bharat and finish. These are all sayings. That's what you call them as Lahoris. Saying anything, anything, anything. So that's not the situation here. The situation here is that in order for you to be respectful to yourself, you must find some solid reasons to be respectful. Here is what the play of Swami Vivekananda goes vital. That is, you can respect. You have to. You will respect yourselves because look at what you know. You means your ancestors. We have the Veda Upanishad acknowledged tradition just in one line. Simply talk to the children about the Veda Upanishad acknowledged tradition, and that's sufficient. That talk will never end. You can start from somewhere, but it's never going to end. The Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads, what else, my God? Such an ocean of literature which makes you positive, which makes you authentic, which makes you Swabhimani, which really makes you a Hindu. These things. So Swamiji wanted the youth of Bharat at that time to know this and to be conscious of it. And look at the result, amazing results. People became really Swabhimanis, but this was a technique of becoming Swabhimani, that know yourselves. Know yourselves in the sense know what you are, not what your Atma is. When you say normally in Bharatiya Darshan, if you say know yourselves, one takes an implication that that is know who you are really, in the sense you really are that ultimate reality. No, not that kind, not that philosophical thing. Know what your tradition has. Know what your hereditary has. Know what your ancestors were. Know about the creation of your ancestors. Be it in art, be it in sculpturing, be it in make such huge, amazing temples, amazing constructs, and of course, be it in such rich literature, and be it in, of course, the ultimate beauty of literature is the Vedas. If you happen to look at Sri Aurobindo's poetry, Savitri, that is one of the ultimate things. So these are things which makes one Swabhimani, and that thing is not very happening these days. Of course, I believe, or I hope for, and I'm rather sure that the new education policy makes some attempts in this direction to make one Swabhimani. That's what is essentially required, to make one Swabhimani. If you don't have, you have not. Poverty is no crime. Quote unquote, Fyodor Dostoevsky. Dostoevsky is not a Hindu. Dostoevsky was not sharing Bharatiya Sanskriti directly, but Dostoevsky was a great mind who wrote things. If you haven't, you have not. Poverty is no crime. Yes, if you don't have, don't let yourself down. Live with dignity, and if you have to die, die with dignity. That kind of Swabhimani is required. Now, why I said this is certainly because of this today's election results in Delhi. For all these 24 years, or past 24 or 27 something, I make a mistake. The Delhi state of late was ruled by very strange kinds of parties, were the opposition. Strange kind of leaders, strange kind of parties. They say one thing and never mean it. And they try to sustain themselves to providing freebies. Freebies one should not take. That's a message that came to my mind when I said freebies one should not take. Why should anyone give you anything free? Learn to say no to any freebies. We don't want anything free. The moment you make up this mind that you don't want anything free from anyone, you win. You win anything. If you think that you will take something free, then you remember no one can give anything free, because no one can be an ex nihilo creator, in the sense creates out of nothing. Ex nihilo creator, of course they talk about God as an ex nihilo creator, that who creates out of nothing and who is self-existing. This kind of things are not the case. No one can give anything free because no one creates anything free. Common sense logic. So don't expect anything free from anyone. The moment you think things appear to be as free, there's a hidden thing, catch in it. There's a catch either from yours or from someone else. So learn to say no to any freebies. I think the Delhi people have rather learned to say no to freebies offered to them by way of water, electricity, whatnot. How can he create that kind of things free? Free means always at the cost of someone else or someone's hard work. So they have learned, so they rejected the opposition and rather voted towards the right people, as I think. So we meet again with some other thought. Till then, it's Namaste, Jai Bharat and Jai Sri Ram.